Today's lesson is on recycling materials. The recycling symbol has these three arrows. You may have seen it before. The three arrows represent, one of them represents the people buying recycled materials, consumers gathering recycled materials, and the manufacturer taking those recycled materials and then creating a new product, and then the consumer buying them again. So it's meant to be a cycle where we go ahead and recycle it and then reuse it and then recycle, reuse it, etc. The number that you see inside the recycling symbol identifies what type of plastic or what type of resin it is. If we see this recycling symbol by itself, that means that it's made from recycled material. If we see a percentage symbol in the middle, that indicates how much of that is made from recycled material. So in this case would be 20% from recycled material and 80% from what we call virgin or non-recycled material. We can recycle organics, metals, polymers, ceramics, as well as composites. Organics include your grass, your bush and tree trimmings, whatever vegetation there is in the yard, food scraps, wood and paper. All those are recyclable. And even you can see at the bottom left, there's compost. So composting is another example of recycling, where you're taking those scraps and you're breaking them down to something that you can use, let's say, to plant plants with. For metals, we can recycle steel, brass, copper, aluminum, and iron. And metals, when you recycle them, they're actually it's cheaper to recycle metals than it is to actually make new metals from scratch. So it's definitely the easiest to recycle and has been recycled for long periods of time, long before any other materials were recycled. This is a chart that represents the different types of recycled polymers. One, and the number one stands for PET or PET. Okay, polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, again, it's a type of plastic. HDPE is high density polyethylene plastic, like what you'd see in a milk bottle. Number three is polyvinyl chloride or PVC containers. Number four is LDPE, low density polyethylene, such as you'd see here in this bicycle bottle or helmet. Number five is polypropylene. Six is polystyrene, which would be what we typically call styrofoam types of containers. Recycled ceramics including bricks. Bricks are made from ceramics. Okay, you got some clay pots at the bottom. You can make pipes like for septic systems you see on the left-hand side, but ceramics can also be used in turbines such as airplane engines as well. Recycled composites can be tires. You can see at the top left, they've actually taken tires and made them into a artificial reef, put that on the ground. Then the fish can use it, let's say, and barnacles can use it to go ahead and to create a reef, makes a food source. The track that you see at the top right is made from recycled materials. Bottom left, speed bump, and even on your bottom right, you can see it's a child's playset made from recycled plastics. There's laws depending in different places where you live that require people to recycle. So it's important that you know wherever you live what the recycling code is. Some places make it a crime to throw recyclables into the trash. This is an example of a product development life cycle for recyclable materials. At the top center, we've got the materials extraction processing, which is getting the materials out of the earth. Okay. Then after that, it gets manufactured and then gets packaged and distributed to the customer. Then it gets used. Okay. Sometimes it'll be repaired and reused. Okay. But then if it doesn't get repaired and reused, hopefully it will be recycled rather than end up in a landfill that we can see here. And each one of these stages has a varying impact on the earth. In some cases, the recycling, making it into new material, saves energy and reduces environmental impact over making new products right from scratch.